Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but...
In a world so chaotic, so maddening, so desperate to have a thirst for knowledge quenched instantly, we often look to those we believe in our very soul are intelligent, the thoughtful, the righteous, or at the very least, those who understand the socio-economic importance of Dunkin' Donuts versus Krispy Kreme. We understand your pain, America. Those who see themselves as the triumph of human psyche, without whom we may not move forward on the evolutionary scale because without their wisdom, their knowledge, their panache, their complete and total grasp of what is important in the lives of every single man, woman, child, and dog walking the earth, sorry, we got to draw the line somewhere and include only the true believers in societal growth, without whom we are merely lesser beings. Please then, your attention, gather your family round the monitor, bring snacks, have the proper amount of saliva from each individual prepared for the ensuing tests.
Police expressed that there might be 4, and then they dialed it back to possibly 1. But in your view, you still believe an operation like this has now spanned 18 miles. It was very courageous and brave, if not crazy as well, to open fire on the police headquarters, and now you have this scene, this standoff. So you believe these are the hallmarks of more than one person's involvement.
The perfect example of people who have far too much time on their hands to whine and wheeze about something so stunningly unimportant delivers the comments from Frederica Whitfield that blazed across social media. How dare she, huffed and puffed the indignant, to glorify a possible cop killer in such a manner? Hey, back off, internet hacks and trolls. Whitfield was snared in what everybody on this sphere sometimes suffers from, over-babble and the filling of dead air space, and obvious misspeak from one who on the whole actually uses more than 7 brain cells and gets a deserved pass. Overdone, enough already. Stuff a sock in it. More deserving of the galactic facepalm is the consistent challenger for the mouth in motion before brain is in gear award, opining on the issue of a woman who lied about being black. The head of the NAACP chapter in Seattle, whose own parents turned her in as a fraud, yet let us not stop that minor fact from stopping another PC liberal apologist from seeking to turn this into a moment of triumph.
Is it possible that she might actually be black? And the best way that I know how to describe this, and I want to be very careful here.
We live for the Melissa Harris Perrys of the world in our business and in society. After all, without these special breeds, would we not understand the need for sanitary earrings?
I just have to show these. My producer Lorena made for me last week some tampon earrings because, of course, you'll remember that the Texas state legislature said that you couldn't bring tampons in when they were going these women to, in fact, stand up for their own reproductive rights. You weren't allowed to initially to bring tampons. So just in case that ever happens again, ladies, you can just bring them on your earrings.
A stroke of brilliance from a true journalist.
Because I don't want to say that it is equivalent to the transgender experience, but there is a useful language in trans and cis, which is just to say some of us are born cisgendered, some of us are born transgendered, but I wonder, can it be that one would be cis black and trans black? That there is actually a different category of blackness that is about the achievement of blackness despite one's parentage. Is that possible?
No, it's not. Enough with all the phony psychic babble and hack job hosing from a former academic who left teaching after being denied a full professorship at Princeton because they decided her work wasn't good enough. And wondering the level of her indignance now that Rachel Dolezal has resigned the NAACP position she rose to, built on lies, spray tan, fraud, hair weaves, deceit, and the belief that one should be considered African by tracing everyone back to the cradle of civilization, which is, of course, not Africa, rather modern-day Syria and Egypt, to name a few places. But we beg Melissa to continue on her various pin-headed rants and rolls because America needs the entertainment. After all, someone's got to drive the liberal media clown car, and for that, she more than has the necessary chops. That's my opinion, telling it like it is. And for you, oh, wow. Tell us what you think. We'll answer back. Facepalm lives. See you tomorrow right here on The Hardline.